Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Infinity Womenpreneurs. This is a business collective created by the participants of DIVERSEcity CWB Business Incubator for women makers and creators. Today, we are so happy to have Jaycika here, and Jaycika is going to share her experience going to artisan market.
Ever since I started Souffle Studio last year, it was one of my initial goals actually to start going to markets, meeting other vendors, other artists, and forming that community is very important to me. So that's what I really wanted to do. But last year with COVID, that was a little difficult to achieve. So this year, that going forward into summer, that was my first goal, to go into markets, sell at a different platform other than online, because that's what I've been doing for a year now. Meet other businesses, vendors, see how others sell their products, what they're selling, the quality. So that's how I really went into this year.
Talking to the customer in person, interacting with them, how that experience different than you are actually interacting with the customers online?
Oh, it's absolutely different. It's a whole personal experience. I was able to meet new people, and a lot of them I see were truly appreciating the handmade industry almost. Something that you don't hear back from your customers if you're selling online. People right in front of you appreciating your product, appreciating handmade items, and being able to have that conversation, interaction, people telling you they're going to be coming to your next market, or having a conversation about your products, the process, some of them asking about your process, being interested in that kind of stuff really is different from online shopping. On online shopping, it's more so they just place an order and then you send it, and then sometimes they do come back with a review or anything, but in person it's just way more personal.
What do you need to prepare before you go to artisan market?
So there's definitely a lot to think about and prepare. The very first thing is to make a list of things that you want to take with you, to bring, to prepare. So market, packaging, and preparation list. So that one list would just be all the items you need to take. So that can be used every time you go to a market, just to kind of checklist that, oh, you've got everything in. And the other list is preparing things that you would prepare once for your first market, and then you can reuse all those things, like your setting up your payment methods, your packaging, how do you want people to receive your packages, your display, making sure there's something unique about it, something different from the other vendors there to catch people's eye, because there's a lot of vendors at these markets. You want some kind of attraction element. So that, and your color schemes, you have to think a lot about, you visually imagine how your stall is going to look, and then you work on it that way. All your branding, your signage, preparing that. Yeah, I did a lot of that using DIY display. I wanted to, that itself makes it different. I made a lot of my display myself, knowing that I can reuse it. Now I have it done and ready, and I can reuse that in every market. Of course, I can change it around a little bit just so it doesn't get kind of monotonous with every market. If there's some very interested customers that come see me every market, I don't want them to see the same things every time. But yeah, those would be the basic things to start getting ready for the market. And of course, your business card, anything you can hand to people even if they're not buying your products. they can go check you out. If they're not buying at the market, they can buy on your website, go home and shop there. So you always want to lead them to some kind of shopping platform.
I see. Thank you. So I guess it's a lot of a preparation. And on the market day, so what that looks like?
So on the day of the market, especially your first market, you don't know what that's going to look like. You, of course, go ahead into it with all the things ready, your packing list. But then what I would recommend is that you arrive there earlier than the suggested time. Just a little, don't go like too early, but just get there a little earlier, because there are the other vendors might be coming, have already set up many times, so they know how to set up. But in your first market, you actually don't know how things are going to work out. Your display, your tent, your tables might not. You might want to move it around depending on the weather too. So definitely take that extra time to go and set up. And on the first day, also I would suggest checking out like the other vendors. Don't just spend all your time on yourself, because that's your time to test like the market, like what's going on, what's there, any of your competitors selling at the market. You just want to see what they are selling, how they're selling, just so you can make improvements with this market. So that would definitely be the experience of the market. And also always bringing somebody with you. I think that would be great. Just don't always go by yourself. You might need to take a break in the middle, or you might want to go check out the other vendors. So you need somebody at your stall at all times. Yeah.
Oh. So how do you think our program, the CWB Business Incubator program, helped you in the process?
Oh, they've been a massive help. I think just the first step itself is like having the courage to do something like this. It's like one step in your business, right? So I had like the support from DIVERSEcity from you to really try doing that. Like it was already on my agenda to do that this year, but really taking that step, applying for those markets, they also exposed me to different markets I didn't know about. I just had the knowledge about like a few of them, and then learning a little more, because I haven't been here, I haven't lived here for too long. So I'm not really local here. So finding out about new markets through this community has been really helpful. And being encouraged with other women, I feel like if I can do it, they can do it, and then pushing them also to do it. So that way, it's been a huge help. And I always like have their back. I feel like there is a lot of support and community that has built, and that's really helped me